Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Now today there's a lot of news, right? And I have arranged it into, right? Really, there are some very strong news that are against cryptocurrency, especially the one, right, that says growth of crypto can or will threaten banks and financial stability. Now, there's also a lot of news that are for the cryptocurrency industry. And then lastly, I want to just make you ponder, what if, right, that cryptocurrency of today is just like Netflix in 2009, when if someone had bought Netflix at the bottom of 2009, today they would have made 6,500%, right? So let's look at it. What next, right? So first, we have growth of crypto industry could threaten banks' financial stability, said Basel Committee. So Basel Committee is actually an international banking authority, right, that are made up of 60 of the world's central banks, and now they have come up and actually warned the industry, right? Very strong words. What did they say? They warned that the robust growth of the crypto industry could potentially raise financial stability concerns and increase risks faced by banks. The committee noted that risks were present despite the crypto market's currently small scale in relation to the scope of the global financial system. They also argued that crypto assets are unsafe to rely on as a medium of exchange or store of value, two of the main functions of money, implying that cryptocurrency is a misnomer. The authority also stated that crypto assets do not represent legal tender and are not backed by any government or public authority. Now, these are super strong words, right? We haven't seen so much negative and strong words from someone of authority for a long time, right? This happened when in early of 2018, when a lot of governments were saying that they want to ban cryptocurrency, right? But in the end, nothing like that happened, right? And now we are, and of course towards the Q4 of 2018, a lot of the big Wall Street names come out, right? And they're actually doing a lot of activities, offering a lot of services related to crypto, right? And a lot of them has already come to fruition. For example, Fidelity announced that they are going to have a crypto custody solution that was announced in October last year, and now it is already live, right? And they already said that they are already banking institutional clients, and they did a survey, right? 1/5 or 20% of their institutional clients already have crypto holdings, and they plan to increase that crypto holdings over the next 5 years. Yeah. And not only that, we also have Goldman Sachs, right, investing a lot in BitGo, or a lot of the crypto custodian firm is also linked to Goldman Sachs. Is again the number one investment bank and of course number one Wall Street firm, right? That has a lot of linkages to the government as well. Yeah. Now, so the way I see this is really, right, this Basel Committee, why are they coming up with this news now, right? Why now? I foresee that what happened was, since Q4 to date, right, there are a lot of good news really regarding the industry, right, that people are started to warm up really to the idea that even for newbies, right, that they haven't even been in crypto, non-crypto, people, they are start to warm up to the idea perhaps crypto they can have a dip in their toe, right, with pension funds as well in taking the lead, that they can perhaps follow the pension fund and just dip their toe into cryptocurrencies. But now they chose, right, the basically is the central bank of the world, that they're now issuing such strong words to make sure, right, these people who basically you are not into crypto do not come in, and of course people who have left the space continue to leave the space. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to ensure, right? They want to ensure the weak hands stay out, right, of the crypto, so that prices remain low and for the rich people to buy in. Why do I say that? Later you will see, right? And this is really, please do not let them do this to you, right? So please be very careful. And if you're hearing this, please pass this on to as many people as you can, right? People you know, you love, or even people who you just met. It is very important to get this message out, because all this kind of news is meant to scare people off, especially even if you're weak hands, right? It is meant to shake out, really, frightened and rattled all the weak hands, right? People who are not in the know, right? People who have no experience in this industry, They'll be really, really scared. What it means, right? Because what is the clear implication if you just look at the face value of this news article? Basically, then, you would think straight away, your first thought will be, oh, government is going to ban cryptocurrencies because they already say, it's going to threaten the banks industry, financial stability will be threatened. So obviously, right, people will straight away link that to, oh, that means cryptocurrencies will be banned. I better, either I better sell my cryptocurrencies, right? Or I definitely will not get, okay, I thought of getting it. Oh no, it's a wrong decision, right? Because pension industry have gone in, and I believe a lot of people were, would have been encouraged, right? But now that they are being discouraged again, yeah. Now, this is really, really sad. So please don't let this news fool you, because I'm going to show you later, just even a short while later, right? Just bear with me for a while, why you shouldn't believe it. Next, right, we have also crypto startup account closed by JP Morgan Chase with no explanation. Now, again, right, it is really the banks against crypto, yeah? So Crypto Waves is a new startup focusing on tokenization of social media that their bank account shut down last month by JP Morgan. This is one day after they announced that they have going to issue their own JPM coin. And Crypto Waves have been banking with JP Morgan for 15 years, right? And have just closed the account like that without any reasons. Yeah, they just say after a recent review of your account, we've decided to end our relationship with you. And they, upon trying to find out more, they still do not know why, right? Really, it is really the banking industry, right, where they still have the power. They're really trying to make sure that the crypto related infrastructure or crypto related company do not thrive, right? Because if they do, it will take the banking industry down, right? Now, why do I say do not believe this kind of news, right? And do not just take bad news at a face value. Why? Because of the following reasons. One, IBM, which banks a lot of huge names, Fortune 500 companies, especially banks, they are going into crypto custody. Why are they doing that? They must be because they do see a need, right? They do see a demand from their clients. That's why they're going to this. Next, also, you have digital asset conferences are being held now to educate family offices about cryptocurrency, right? And bad competitor, they got a lot of investments. They are going to launch the first, physically backed futures for Bitcoin. And Thai regulator, they are going to encourage ICO. They are going to approve ICOs. And Singapore first Bitcoin trial is supportive of the people of investors. So let's just look at it. So IBM first, right? IBM is coming to the crypto custody space. They didn't make a lot of hoo-ha, really. This news didn't even make it to CNBC, or Bloomberg, right? It is still very in a minor news. So it's still very quiet announcement. And what they have done is that later this month, later in March, Shutter Holdings, a New York investment firm, will launch a beta version of a custody solution for digital assets built on IBM's private cloud and encryption technologies. The companies won't be storing cryptocurrencies and tokens themselves, but offering tools for others to do so. Potential users, pay attention here. Potential users include banks, brokers, custodians, funds, family offices, and high net worth investors who want to do self-custody, as well as exchanges. Yeah. And this is according to Brad Chun, Shutter's chief investment officer. So they are not the similar solution as a cold storage. What they are is basically a cloud-based hardware security module. So it's a software, right? But it's in the cloud that allow basically these customers, right? Banks, that means corporates, right? And mostly banks, brokers, custodians. So a lot of in the financial industry kind of clients, they make sure that this is going to be, it is in the cloud, yes, not cold storage, but the plus side is, of course, it is very easy for them to have access to their assets. Whether you want to deposit or withdraw, it is super fast, right? That is the, this is their differentiation that they are offering. And remember, IBM is a huge company, right? And their clients also super huge company, right? Of course, a lot of the top banks are IBM's clients, and they already said this crypto custody solution are going to target their clients, including banks, brokers, custodians, funds, and family offices, right? And for these people, right, in the future, what will happen is when crypto becomes so mainstream that we already have banks in Switzerland offering this, that you can basically deposit your crypto with banks, right? And then they will just issue you a certificate or statement saying you have X amount of crypto with them, and when you want to withdraw, you can withdraw basically even in crypto or in fiat, I guess, in the interim. But in the future, when fiat completely goes off, then you will just withdraw in cryptocurrency, right? And that is basically why they want to make it very easy for the banks and the financial institutions, firms, to offer very easy access to these cryptocurrencies. This is going to come, right? Regardless you like it or not. And we already hear so many institutional investors very much interested into this space, or they need more. For those who are not yet in, according to Fidelity, this is official fact from Fidelity, is that I did a video, few days back, and you can definitely refer to that video. I'm going to put the link in the description below, where Fidelity, the people from Fidelity, they say themselves, they had done a survey, right? And 20% of their institutional clients already in crypto, and these clients want to double their crypto holdings over the next 5 years, and the rest are just waiting for prices to be more stable, and they just want more education. And that's exactly what is going to be offered by companies called Arca Host. They are hosting a premier digital assets conference for family offices. This is on April 10th, right, in New York City. And among others, they have very, very prominent people in the space, speakers including Malcolm DeMuros, who is the Chief Strategy Officer at CoinShares. They also have, some of the topic that they're covering is finding the ideal dance partner, what institutions will need to make the leap into crypto. They, other topics like family offices in crypto, will asset flows turn into a flood. They also have speaker including Anthony Pompliano, which is a very famous and influential crypto, right? Expert in this space. So that ought to tell you that. So there's really a lot of demand, a lot of interest amongst the rich and famous in crypto. And now, right, that Basel is coming out with this kind of news that they really, really want to scare the normal people off who are not in the know, right? But people who are rich, they are going into this space. They are now very much interested. Probably many of them are already in this space, but after all the education, they might just, put much more into it because they have much more confidence then, right? So do not get out now is my key message, right? And also don't forget, remember Jamie Dimon in 2017, he was basically the one, right, who said that Bitcoin is a scam, right? He will fire any trader caught trading Bitcoin. And what happens now, 2 years later, his firm, right, or not 2 years, like 1.5 years later, JP Morgan is issuing their own JPM coin, inspired directly, right, by Bitcoin, right? Though the difference is, of course, it is only used by their internal clients, So, right, this is really just, they are trying to shake you out, and then they will gain, So, backed competitor Cornflakes lands investment. Now, Cornflakes is similarly to backed, right? What they want to do is they want to offer the first physically delivered cryptocurrency futures exchange on Bitcoin. And they are already very close to launching. They are going to launch this month, right? And now that they have even got secured investments from two very prominent company, Digital Currency Group and Polychain Capital. They are Hong Kong based, right? But what they want to offer is very, very prominent, because now you're going to have a world's first physical backed cryptocurrency futures exchange, right? Bitcoin first, right? And that is super key, because backed is owned by Intercontinental Exchange, who is the owner of New York Stock Exchange. They already announced that they are going to have the world's first physical Bitcoin futures, but it has been delayed because of a lot of regulations. But now Cornflakes is going ahead first, so they will be the first, right? And they are already targeting March launch, so it's very, very key, because for once, right, you have a futures that is backed by physical asset. That means for them, they need to buy the physical asset, right? And as you know, there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and that is forever in the code, right? Even if people tell you no, right, because there's so many forks of Bitcoin, right? They have Bitcoin Cash and SV, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond. No, but those are not Bitcoin, right? So do not be fooled. Do not trust this, right? There's only one Bitcoin. Just like if you have one very expensive painting, right? There's only one original. You can, have a lot of copies, but only the original is worth so much, right? The copies is just worth less, right? That's exactly explain why Bitcoin still maintain its dominant position in terms of market cap, right? In terms of demand in the space, yeah. And so Cornflakes also will issue their own tokens called Flex Coin, right? And it is very similar to Binance Coin, where they are going to encourage trading and they're going to have discount in trading fees. However, though, there are people in prohibited countries, like people who reside in USA, Canada, Singapore, Cuba, Iran, Syria, Sudan, and North Korea, and any other countries that are restricted from trading, will not be allowed to trade on Cornflakes, right? So it is a bit sad, but for most people then in the US, Canada, will have to wait for BACT, yeah. Next, though, Thai SEC approves country's first ICO portal. Well, as you know, right, last year the US government has really clamped down on initial coin offerings, but now, right, Thai over in Asia, Thailand, they are taking the lead, right, to actually authorize the first ICO portal that allows to screen ICOs, perform due diligence, confirm smart contracts, source codes, and conduct know your customer procedures. Why are they doing this? They are doing this to prepare for the first and many more ICOs that is going to list in Thailand. So very, very good news, right? And you do see now, yes, you do have a lot of, central banks come out and say that it will threaten the, crypto will threaten banking industry and financial stability, but now you have governments going ahead, right, and actually launching very, very crypto-friendly regulations. So what do you think, yeah? Next, Singapore's first Bitcoin trial exchange operator found in breach of contract and trust to pay damages. Now, this one is just a first trial, first court case related to Bitcoin. And what happened was, there was an investor B2C2, right? They had in April 2017, they have placed 7 orders to sell the Ethereum cryptocurrency for Bitcoin. And the problem is that, right, the exchange Cornflakes, they have reversed that trade on the following day, and B2C2 has then sued the exchange Cornflakes, and now they have won. Basically, then it seems that this court case, what is so significant is that it means the regulator, it means the judiciary system in Singapore, right, are pro-investors, and that's really, really good because that you can see that, right, they're not so investors at least are protected, and there's a fairness in this respect, right? Very, very key. And lastly, I just want you to consider, I saw this news on Netflix. I know it is not crypto, but Netflix is also a tech stock. 10 years ago, 2009, who would have thought not Netflix would be so successful, right? And that also was the after the financial crisis, everyone is super scared, right? And now, if you had bought Netflix at the bottom of the market, which is in March 9th, 2009, that was when S&P 500 was the lowest, right? And now, 10 years later, S&P 500 is 305% gain, or about 4 times increased over 10 years before, right? But if you are able to spot individual stocks that are super winner today, like Netflix, for example, is 6,500%. Even Amazon, right, is 2,600%. Now, that is if you bought it at the bottom, right? And when everyone is scared, everyone is fearful, that's the time to act. And that's exactly what I want you to consider in the case of crypto. Now, everyone is afraid, everyone is scared, everyone has mostly been shaken out of the market. Now, basic committee has even come out to say that, crypto will threaten the banking industry, will threaten financial stability. That implies, right, most people will take it to imply that it means they will, serious clamp down, serious ban of cryptocurrency. But what if you just take the chance now, right, to put a small bet that, it's a probability thing, right? If everyone is wrong, every pro-crypto people are wrong, right? And if there's only a 10% chance or even a 20% chance that we are right, the people who are pro-crypto are right, then you still have 20% chance to make 1,000%, right? Or 1,000 times or 100 times kind of gains, right? By just risking a small portion of money that you're willing to lose, right? So will you take that bet, right? That is the question to you, yeah? And for me, I definitely know my answer, yeah? And yes, so just want you to ponder on that note. Now, and as I've said, right, really, the bad news are really in your face, I know, and bad news really grab people. The positive news, not so much, right? Not many people even talk it about like that. No, not many people even organize the news in this way, right? For you to be rationalized, for you to really see the truth in front of you, right? Yes, and I hope you see this, right? And pass this around. If you like, please, subscribe, like this video. And definitely, most important is pass this around to as many people as you can. You need to share, right? What, good things in your life, right? Good things are meant to be shared. Don't just keep to yourself, right? Yes, hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And yes, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your support.